This is the Kaiju review. Am I muted? Is my mic on? We're sorry we started late again. We had usual tech gremlins and emergencies, etc., etc. But this is the last show of the season, show number 25. We're doing Terror of Mechagodzilla, which is the last Godzilla movie of the Showa series, 1975. And let me go ahead and start bringing up our people here. The show's run by Professor Walnut this time. First time at the head of the studio. So we're going to have to change that for season 2. We're going to have a whole new opening for season 2 with all new footage of Godzilla from the last half of the Godzilla movies for season 2. And it's going to say, Professor Walnut is or somebody like him is directing the show.
Hopefully someone who knows what the hell they're doing.
Okay, there's a first time for everybody, and I'm very proud of you for taking the reins. That's a very gutsy move to make. So hopefully this is the beginning of a beautiful future for you, directing shows on social media. And I was here when it happened. So again, this is the last show of the season. We've got George Morgan live from Japan. He's going to be with us for about 25 minutes.
Right.
I'm so glad you're here for the last show.
Ohio. Good morning. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa.
And of course, the lovely Anastasia.
Thank you so much. And I want to go on record to say that Rene girl make mistake after 4 years. She make mistake almost every other day. I'm telling you, this girl make mistake after 4 years. Professor Walnut make almost no mistake on first evening. This tells you,
Renee
this will tell you something.
From way up north, she's the redneck girl. All right.
So I'm just going on the record to keep perspectives here. And George, by the way, looks like Jack Nicholson to me and Johnny Depp. Like love child.
There's a switch.
He is quite a handsome fellow.
Jack Nicholson is Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
Hey, I want my ship the black pearl back.
He's Johnny. Okay. I can't do any Jack Nicholson.
This is screenshots from the Toho version, the original Toho version of Terror of Mechagodzilla. They gave it a bigger budget. This was directed by Hideshiro Honda. I think this was the last one, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, for Godzilla. And
yes,
again,
and the last director refused to do it. He said he had enough after Megalon.
Are you talking about Jun Bakuda?
Yeah, that's what according to all I've read. He's like, I'm not doing any more.
Oh man, this script sucks.
And the script was written by a woman.
Human element in this film. There's a
the
lot
script
less
was
kaiju.
written by a woman. It was a woman. The Son of Godzilla was written by a woman. Was co-written by a woman, and this one was exclusively written by Takayama Yukiko. And this is the only Godzilla movie she wrote. And the original story had 2 dinosaurs, 2 titans, and they streamlined it because they wanted to save money and budget and just make one dinosaur into Titanosaurus.
Okay. Titanosaurus is not one of my favorite kaiju. As a matter of fact, I like Gabra better than I like Titanosaurus. I don't know. He's just a cooler looking monster to me. So people would argue with me about that, with the tail and swishy thing and everything. But yeah, I'm not a huge Titanosaurus fan. Anyway, we get a rehash of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla in 1974 to show Mechagodzilla being introduced and what he can do, how badass he is, and then we start the movie. And again, there's a lot of human story.
And remember the comments before. There's a cut by Sabriston, the Sabriston team. He bought the rights, and he put in 10 minutes of Astro Monster, All Monsters Attack, Ebola, and Son of Godzilla for 10 minutes added to the movie. He kept everything in except for the one nudity scene of the mannequin.
Yeah, I was about to say, because this is the original Toho version, we actually get kind of nudity because it's robot girl nudity, but it's like, hey now, wait a minute, it's a kids movie. Whoa. They're showing an operation here. They're gory and porn. So watch out here. We'll get to that when we get to it. And this is the girl. She's the robot girl. And again, Japan is the place where guys can actually marry robot wives. So, and it started right here with Terror of Mechagodzilla. So anyway, this is mad scientist's daughter. She's been turned into a robot, a bionic person. We can't really say that because of copyright, but the guy on the left up top here was in the last movie.
Yes.
And he's in a submarine and they're looking for Mechagodzilla and they can't find him. And then all of a sudden Titanosaurus shows up. Yeah. And he swishes his tail around and they're doing the voyage to the bottom of the sea thing, and then he destroys the ship.
And I love when he tackles and he grabs the sub and he brings it down.
Yeah. He just jumps right on it. And the guy from the ship survives, we find out later.
Yes, I don't know how.
Go figure. He somehow jettisoned, he like torpedoed himself out of the sub before they destroyed it or something. I don't know. So then we get to the International Police Organization.
What's that?
The IPO.
The TIPO? What is that?
The IPO.
The IPO. Okay.
IPO.
I thought it'd be the TIPO. So the hippo.
That's what you'd say after your pipes are clogged and all of a sudden you can do it again. IP. Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh,
you want me to translate the Japanese for you? You want me to translate the Japanese?
Okay.
I can't. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Good.
The kanji is too hard for me. I haven't. I don't know 3 of these kanji. So
you got us. Fisher's right in. All right. We fished right in. Okay. Yeah, we got these the Japanese dignitaries are talking about, hey, we lost one of our subs, and then this guy comes in. He's expert on animals and things.
Oh, by the way, interrupt. Sorry, it's at the sub they were looking for the Mechagodzilla armor. They're looking for the remains of the armor, and they couldn't find it anywhere.
Right. Yeah, I said that.
Okay, I'm just it just went in and out. Sorry.
They were looking. They were looking for Mechagodzilla, yeah, because they figured they could probably use.
But specifically looking for parts of the armor, so they can have pieces of it, and maybe they can study it or build a new one or whatever.
Well, in later movies in the Heisei series, yeah, they take like mechanical stuff from Mecha King Ghidorah and they turn it into Mechagodzilla later. That kind of thing. So that's a storyline kind of thing that they started to use later too. The same villain, the same guy that played the villain in the last movie is playing the head of the space people in this one too. I don't know if it's his twin brother. He doesn't have a thing. He's got like that birthmark that he had over his eye in the last one. That's gone now. So if they negotiated with this actor, he's like, okay, I'll come back and I'll play the villain, but I didn't have to do makeup.
I don't want the bruise. No one's going to punch me in the face this time.
I didn't want that. And he sounds like George Takei because George Takei used to actually, do the voices for some of these.
Yes. Now, are they the same aliens from the same? Are they the same aliens from the same planet, or are there another aliens? They say they're black hole alien. It says black hole alien, but not number 3 or whatever the number was before. Yeah.
The black hole aliens from black hole number 2.
That's all it says is black hole alien.
Oh. I gotta get my charge cable. I'm on my other phone. Anyway, so yeah, we're at the Ocean Development Institute. Is that what it says? Or laboratory?
Laboratory.
ODL. Odal. And then we get the backstory on the professor, who's crazier than the Mad Hatter. They end up like dragging him out of
how is he crazy?
Conferences and stuff.
Now, you got to think yourself, this is the Godzilla universe, okay? There's Godzilla, there's Roland, there's Anguillus, there's Gorosaurus, and he's crazy because he believes there's one more dinosaur, Titanosaurus. So how is he crazy?
They didn't go for whatever it is he was selling, that's for sure. I mean, look at that.
And they're, ha, 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 you believe in the dinosaurs. Ha, ha, you're crazy.
Don't call me crazy. You're wrestling me to the ground. Stop it. It's kind of like what's happening to scientists today. Anyway, you're insane. What are you talking about? Global warming? Gah! Wrestle him to the ground. Take him to prison. So these guys are looking for anything they can find on the scientist, the professor, because they think he might have been onto something now. Years later, maybe there is a dinosaur under the sea.
Maybe there's another dinosaur because there's already like 50 others.
Yeah, we've got Monster Island with Godzilla and Anguirus and Rodan and and what have you.
You're crazy.
So yeah, it could happen. It could be. The guy on the right is like a secret agent kind of guy, and
the haircut for it.
Left was an inventor in the last film, but now he's a scientist who knows a lot about animals and things. So all right, so they go to the professor's house. It's it looks like very unkempt, and then they see the guy. They see why there's a really old, gnarly, weird-looking dude, as the caretaker. And then a beautiful girl answers the door. Hey. And
do you see how tall how tall the caretaker is? He's like 4'11". Because she is like taller than him, and she is like tiny.
Yeah. He's a character actor. He's been in all of the early Showa series Godzilla films.
He looks like my neighbor.
This was his last one.
He looks like my neighbor. Yes.
And they've scratched up his throat so he can't talk. They do that for some reason. These aliens, they're like, "Well, I don't want to hear you talk, you stupid Americans, or you stupid Japanese."
And they are the black hole,
stupid humans, whatever. So they tear the vocal box out. It's not like, okay, we're gonna kill you, because you found our secret lair. No, we're gonna put you in a jail cell and we're gonna take your vocal box out just because we don't like you. So anyway, this is the mad professor. He's still alive. Everybody thinks he's died. He killed himself or something, but he's still alive. And the guy on the right is also one of those character actors that was in a lot of the early Showa films. Looked a little like James Coburn when he was younger, but now they've got him with a nice little goatee, which means he's a bad guy. And the professor, look at the maniacal laughing there that he's doing with his daughter. They said I was crazy, but I was crazy. He's played by Akira Horata, who was Dr. Sarazawa in the first Godzilla movie. Again, he's in just about every Showa Godzilla movie somewhere. So he's the man scientist.
He looks very nice.
He's a good scientist in the last film.
How come he's wearing a gray wig and a gray
wig, gray mustache?
We don't
want him to look like the good scientist from the last film that he was. So we're going to change his look. We're going to show flashback scenes where he looks like himself.
But it's so cheesy. I love how it's just so cheesy. I go, are you dressing up for like a Halloween party? Because you don't look like an old guy.
They had to work with what they had.
We need old bad scientists.
And these are the same aliens, but none of them changed to gorillas. Why is that?
No. But they tear one guy's face off, and he looks like one of the guys from Beneath the Planet of the Apes underneath. So that's kind of weird. So I don't know if it's the same aliens. It might be. It
says it's the Magu Black Hole Alien 3 Planet 3 alien. So I guess the same planet. It's I don't know. Trying to make sense of it.
Again, continuity. What the hell? Throw it out the window. And they've got these Dairy Queen alien hats that they didn't have in the last movie.
Yes.
Too. The helmets.
And there's a Dairy Queen here. There's a Dairy Queen here. Right down the street, there's a Dairy Queen.
I know. They're all over China too. So anyway,
they look so cool.
They bring them in to the secret place where they've actually got Mechagodzilla and they're repairing him.
But they have their hair dryer gun.
Akira Ifukumi's back doing the music, and it's a good score. It feels good to have him back.
Yeah,
sorry.
Definitely, you can tell the difference.
I got attacked by a cat. Sorry.
The music makes sense in this movie. It's and don't get me wrong. I mean, I like the bongo driven, the percussion driven Mechagodzilla theme song from the last one. But yeah, it just seems more right. This music, it just seems to fit better.
But it's a more serious tone, though. That's the one of the things that this movie is lacking. Is the previous three movies there was a comedy, a comedy element of all of the backup characters that I found very enjoyable. It was entertaining.
Yeah, this one takes itself very seriously.
And they don't change into gorillas. So I'm like, okay, so this one goes down on my scale. I'm like, if they changed to gorillas and they had that funny guy with the banana from Gigon, or they had the Seven girl, or they had the guy who draws the pictures or something. It's just something. But everyone
There's
is
the
just
Dairy
like
Queen hat.
Deadpan serious.
So in this scene, we find out that the guy from the submarine survived. They took his vocal box out. He's escaped. He's on his he's on his way out. They're chasing after him with their guns, their laser guns. You call them hairdryer guns. Anyway, and they shoot him. But a guy sees him. There's a guy that's comes out of the ground because when you're in the middle of the woods. The sewer system out there, so there's always some guy working on the sewer system.
It's not fiction, okay?
It's not, okay.
I've seen this, so it's not fiction. That's why it's so funny.
You've seen sewer guys out in the middle of the woods.
I've seen somebody out. I'm like, what the hell are you doing out here? I'm like,
did you see a secret agent who was trying to escape? Did he give you a little metal piece?
No, but the strange thing, in Japan, you're not allowed to have guns at all. No one can have guns. And I'm going up a mountain, and I hear from about 100 yards away, 2 gunshots. And I'm like, what's going on? And my buddy, my Japanese buddy, that's just some guy. He's got a hunting license, so he's scaring away the birds.
Oh. All right. Yeah, rich people can have guns.
Only farmers can have them, and they're only like pellet shotguns or something only.
Oh, okay. So, which could do a lot of damage, like if you go into a local, McDonald's or something. Anyway, I won't go there.
No one's gone there yet here.
Thank God. So yeah, they're at the science place, and they're talking about a Titanosaurus, and the girl shows up. The Mad Doctor's daughter shows up, and she gives him a little booklet or something from her dad. That he can look. Maybe this will help you. And they got kind of a thing happening. So yeah, they go outside, and the old guy. With his throat box gone, sees them kind of, being nice to each other outside, and he's like, see, he's not happy, and he turns dime on her. He tells her dad, "Hey, stay away from that guy. He's not good for you. He's not crazy and like us."
He's tall. He's tall.
I paraphrase. But there it is. Father, you don't know him. He's a very nice scientist.
Well, that's perfect. In the English version. Do the Japanese one now.
I'm waiting for that. I think Anastasia was waiting for that. Waiting for you to do the Japanese girl voice. I think it was you that told me the great joke about how Chinese women sound angry when they talk to their husbands. And but you say Japanese women sound very demure. Oh, arigato. Oh, you're so strong.
Yes.
I forget, it was you. You cracked me up when you told me that. They're very funny. Oh, you are so big and handsome and strong.
But they don't say it in English. Sorry.
So back at the secret agent place. the guy who's out in the middle of the woods in the sewer comes in and goes, hey, this guy had his vocal box. I saw these guys dressed up like aliens with Dairy Queen hats. They shot him, and he gave me this piece of metal before they shot him, and that's space titanium.
Space titanium, yes.
Which is, there he is. And we get the back. He's like doing charades, and he gives him the piece of metal just before he.
I
and he
saw the
puts him
same
back
guy.
down to the ground.
The same guy down the street I saw, but he was like 30 years older, so it must be him.
It's probably him. He just walks the sewers in the woods at night or in the daytime, making sure that the sewers in the woods are working properly.
It's actually a drainage system that catches the water from the mountains, so it doesn't go down to like farming areas and certain areas in the urban areas. They have them.
Well, that's
and
good
not
to
specifically know. This type. There's a different types that they refurbish all the time. Anyway, continue.
Okay. All the water that goes down from Mount Fuji is taken by a pipeline, and it's traversed by a bunch of men who will make sure it runs smoothly. Good that we know this. So they suspect that the professor and the girl, this mad scientist daughter, are kind of sharing information that they shouldn't be sharing, and especially him sharing with her. And they're worried about this. And they should be. If you're sharing sensitive information with the enemy camp, that's not good, right? People in high positions should not do that. So, and that's all I'm saying.
Not in group chat anyway.
Yeah, group chat. Hey, no one can access this. This is highly secure. This is YouTube. No one watches YouTube. Oh wait.
So
go. Okay.
Here's
continue.
a nice shot of them fixing up Godzilla's head, and the professor's finishing up his work, and the Supreme Leader finally put on his Dairy Queen helmet. Hey, I decided to wear my helmet, but I've come in here. This is a work zone.
And you can't find those figures with the helmets. The aliens with the helmets, you can't find the figures. I tried. Keep going.
Okay. So, damn. So again, he's talking on the phone with the girl, the mad scientist daughter, and this other girl in the office. I think she has the hots for him. She's a little jealous, it appears, with him and the scientist daughter.
It's not jealous. She's just she's trying to make fun of him because he's dating this girl. Maybe that's what she's doing.
Okay. And then she gets
trying
caught.
to make fun of him. Yes.
She gets caught by the Supreme Leader's assistant, right-hand guy. And he, is throwing her around, and he's zapping her with his, gun. And don't you remember how he repaired you, how he fixed you? Who you are? You're not a human. You're a cyborg. Yes,
she's listed as cyborg girl, just so you know. Cyborg girl.
Look at that acting. That's some brilliant acting there. He hit me with a laser.
And she recently, the actress who plays it, recently has gone to G-Cons. She started going to them recently.
She was there last year, I think.
Yes. As of like 10 or 15 years ago.
The kid from Megalon, and he was in two of them. Smog Monster and Megalon. That kid is all grown up now. He was there.
Yes, and he was wearing these short shorts too. That was so funny. Same one.
No. Come on now.
Okay, maybe it wasn't.
Oh, it doesn't look good on a 60-year-old guy.
He's not 60. He's our age. Okay, remember when these movies came out his age?
So, well, if he was like 10 years old in 71.
Yes, I take that back. He's 60. He is 60 because I'm 60 also.
He's not 60. All right, so here's my favorite scene, the flashback scene, where the mad scientist's daughter has ponytails and she's wearing a mini skirt.
And I took a screenshot of this and I made a poster.
And he's doing a little laboratory experiment to prove some kind of point about Titanosaurus. So you see the poster on the wall, and somehow she gets zapped. There's like an overload, and she gets zapped. If you have to leave, we understand. We know you're supposed to only be here until a certain time.
I'm going, and hopefully I can get to Godzilla.
Yeah, really. I'm telling you, that was the biggest downer on this movie is it takes forever for Godzilla to come in. So that she gets zapped, and she goes down, and it's dramatic. It's some fine acting. And then a bunch of guys dressed up like bakers come in. they're like sushi chefs. They come in. I don't know why they're dressed in these like burgundy aprons and chef's hats, but anyway, there it is. They come in, and for no apparent, there's no explanation as to how they know the professor and why they just come in at the right time. But again, they make her better than she was.
Stronger.
They rebuild her. Faster. And we'll put green lights behind her eyes. Green high beams behind her eyes. And he goes, "Now do you remember?" She's the $6 million daughter.
Okay.
So
$1 million daughter.
Again, I don't want to get you in trouble. So let's move forward. So he's reminded her of who she is. Now her boyfriend is out in a sub, and he's going after to find out if there's a dinosaur down there. And they find it. Titanosaurus shows up and does the tail thing, spins the ship around. And then they have discovered some way to irritate Titanosaurus. Something happens that irritates him.
Sonic beams.
Yeah, there's a kind of a sonic beam or something that irritates him. And he lets the ship go.
And the Titanosaurus, he's never played another Godzilla, but he's in Ultraman.
Is he?
He's in Ultraman Tiga, he's Ultraman Dyna, Ultraman Leo, he plays Leo and 7.
Oh, man.
Zone Fighter, he plays Red Garonga and Zone Fighter sometimes. He's Ultraman Gaia, Ultraman Cosmos.
Did they modify the look of the costume to make it into another kaiju? Because they do that. They reprocess
No.
suits.
I'm talking the actor plays the other character.
Oh, the actor. Okay.
The actor.
Okay.
Yes.
We've never seen Titanosaurus except in this movie.
Correct. And he's in like a cartoon or something.
And there's a reason for that.
He's in the games. Yes. And there's a reason for that. Yes.
He's not very exciting. he just swishes things around with his tail wind.
He just
TB
Godzilla Raids Again. TB Godzilla Raids Again and Godzilla Bond. The new stuff.
All right. So she's controlling him, and again, the sonic beam just makes him go crazy, and it hurts her head, and the ship gets away.
Okay.
Yours is better than mine. I will admit. Look at the acting there. Brilliant.
Acting is good.
I do like her in that outfit, though.
I know the pigtails are the best.
The pigtails were the best. They were the best.
I'll show you the poster I have. No.
So they get away. Yeah, God, he's got the poster on the wall. And they haul ass too. When they realize they got a shot to get out of there, I mean they're soiling themselves as it is. So they get the hell get the hell out of there. Full speed ahead, get out. So what do we learn? Okay, sonic beam. Yeah, let's use that to our advantage.
We can build one. We can build a sonic beam quickly. Yes.
Now, of course, he goes out to the house again because he wants to see his girlfriend.
And I couldn't see the license plate. Sorry.
And he gets, yeah, because you can tell us which neighborhood he comes from. And he gets conked. Oh no, he sees her get out, and she's going to the secret lair. That's what it is. And he follows her.
The secret lair. Oh, wow.
The secret Mechagodzilla. Now this guy, this is a cameo by another actor that is in a lot of the old Showa Godzilla movies. And he's a real short guy. And he conks him. Or they conk him. Or they hold their guns on him, and then the super spy shows up. And he shoots him out. And the Supreme Leader is not happy. He whips these guys. I think this was cut out of the American version.
But I love how he says he
whipping
whips
these guys.
them, and then after, at least in the dub I have, or the Japanese says, now kill them.
Oh, he whips them and then he kills them.
He whips. I go, so what was the point of being whipped? How would you let yourself be whipped if you know you're going to die?
He's wondering why you're going to shoot a man before you throw him out of a plane.
You know you're going to be killed, so now you die.
That was my band. I'm sorry. So we get another scene with the lovers, the robot love. Robot love. Japanese robot love. I don't think he knows she's a robot yet. But he's going to find out. He's going to be like, oh, I don't care. I love you anyway. I don't care that there are gears running your body. I love you.
I don't care that your body
and
temperature
really
is
bad.
like
Yeah, I know
degrees.
kids watching this in the theaters were just going like, ah.
I don't care that your hand feels like plastic.
So they go to have coffee, and that secretary again. I think she's jealous. I think she wants him. And she's very upset that he's giving away sensitive information. And of course, that's exactly what she's doing now. She's full robot now, or she's jogged back to their evil side again, and she's getting information that will help them with Titanosaurus. And they unleash Titanosaurus on mankind.
Okay.
There it is. Oh, perfect. And he attacks, and this is classic Inishiro Honda kaiju stuff.
But I wanted to comment on the new shots. When they show the new shots that he's created in this one, they show from the ground level up, so you see the sky and a lot of shots. You've never seen this before. This type of sky from these shots, because especially when they show Titanosaurus was just there. It's from a ground level, and I guess they had some new mats that they're using to look like sky. So he's using these new shots.
Awesome. I did notice that they did some undershots. Here we get the quintessential "Where are my legs? I'm so short." Titanosaurus.
All right, and I have to sign off right now. So last thing, the guy that plays Godzilla, he also played in Zone Fighter as Godzilla.
Okay.
And he also was in Ultra Leo and Ultra Taro and Ultra Ace. And he died in '96 of diabetes. So he couldn't do any more costumes. After he died, they used it in the bot, and he wasn't moving a lot. So they decided not to use him. Okay, that's a bad joke. Okay.
In Japan, really?
Yes. Yes, I know it's rare. All right, I'm signing off. So kept me out. I'm leaving. Sorry, I'm going.
Thank you so much for joining us.
And today's lesson, and my kids, just so you know, before we go, is I have the official Godzilla pop-up book that every student gets every morning. We do Godzilla pop-up books.
Nice.
God, it must be great to be in your class.
All right, see you. I'm signing off.
Take care. We'll see you season 2 in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
So long.
I like that guy. He's a lot of fun. So we bring out the toy tanks, and they fire at Titanosaurus, and Titanosaurus is attacking, and he's annoyed. And our super spy and one of our main guys from, I don't know, one of the defense ministries, they see the daughter and the guy without the throat thing. They see them, and they go after them. They chase after them. What are they doing here? We must chase after them. So
they're acting quite suspicious.
Yes, they look very suspicious. And it's almost like it's a trap. Maybe they're luring them into a place. Anyway, but no. Supreme Leader and his assistant are watching the carnage. They realize that the daughter and henchmen are being chased. I think they're seeing it all on camera.
Mhm.
Um,
They're tracking Godzilla. Realize, oh, Godzilla's on his way.
Good, Godzilla's coming. We're going to destroy him.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's showing all the new weapons to his assistant. He's very proud. And again, more Titanosaurus action. Sorry, he's not my favorite kaiju. I like to watch him. I like to watch things explode on his body, though. Oh, good, they hurt him. And then an atomic blue blast comes out of nowhere and knocks him over. And who is it? George
Dun,
almost
dun,
made it. He almost
dun.
made it. Two more minutes and George would have made it. Godzilla! Finally. Halfway through the movie.
And it's a wonderful reveal as well. He comes out of this, all the fog, all the I guess the smoke.
Dun 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 dun.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun. Hey, it's Godzilla. So the military guys chase after her, and she goes, "Oh yeah, well I'm gonna flash you with my green eyes." And she does. She flashes them with like her laser eyes, and they shoot her. They're like, "Hey, she flashed, shoot her," and she falls into the ocean. Now, recognize this spot because this is going to happen with Supreme Leader about 20 minutes later in the film. Same scene. Exact same thing. He doesn't flash his eyes. He just laughs at him and jumps off the cliff as they shoot him. The professor's like, "Oh my God, my daughter, what happened to her?" And Godzilla is attacking again. The secretary is like, "He's giving sensitive information to that girl." And he gets upset and he leaves. He's like, "Okay, fine. You're talking about me. I'm going to get out of here so you talk about me behind my back. Not to my face." And there's the nudity.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. Like, wait a minute, this is a kid's film. What the hell? And there's a surgical procedure going on there with blood. Kids are traumatized now in Japan. And they're showing the gears and stuff that make up her body, the innards, her innards. Looks like a telephone, inside telephone. We're trying to switch the line so we can call outside the state. There's
Body by
Kenji
AT&T.
Sahara. Kenji Sahara.
Kenji.
He plays a general. And they're talking about the sonic beam thing that they're creating. And then Mechagodzilla is finished. We are ready to unleash Mechagodzilla again. And they do. The daughter is very robotic now. She's very unfeeling. She's very Mr. Spock. The dad is trying to get a little rise out of her, and it doesn't work. "I'm a robot now. I am not." And he puts hey, watch where you put your hand there, Dad.
Right.
He's feeling the gears and rotors that are moving in her body beneath her belly.
Right.
That's what he's doing.
That's it.
Now that our hero, the professor, who knows a lot about animals and stuff, he goes back out to the house hoping to see her again. And he gets conked. And they take him downstairs because this is where they're actually controlling the monsters now, is in the professor's. He finally gets his Dairy Queen hat on. The assistant, the main assistant.
It's like they were looking at Jax and said, "You know what? This would make a really cool helmet."
Yeah, let's put a couple of bowling pins on each side. That'll work. Cut them in half. Put a visor on it too. That looks cool. This is actually very typical Ultraman kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The bad guys and even sometimes the good guys wore helmets like this on the Ultraman shows. And the stuff they used to do to cars just cracks you up. You know, it's like cars that had like a wooden outer shell put over them to make them try to like look futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like, it's made out of plywood or something. And they spray paint it with red and silver and stuff. I love the cars on Ultraman. They're just really funny. All right. So they tie him up there. You got him down in the basement where the control room is. And the president's like, "Yeah, you still with my daughter. You're not good enough for her, you slug." Something like that. And they turn him over against the wall. Let's be sure to keep him close to the control panel so that if he gets free, he can cause trouble. Time up real good now. Let's not make sure he doesn't do a Houdini. So her eyes turn green, and that means she's pulling Titanosaurus up out of the ocean again. Oh no, they got a Mechagodzilla. They're putting Mechagodzilla out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's part of his makeup now too.
Right.
There he is, parting from his feet. Up he goes. So he comes out of the mountain, and the guys from the secret agent group, they come up. They're just there in time to watch him, and it's like, oh man.
That's right.
With the foot vapors. Oh man.
So
Parting from his feet. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
no, never mind.
So anyway, they go there. The agents, they get in there to where Mechagodzilla was being housed in like a giant Mechagodzilla hangar. And they find all these guys that I guess stumbled onto the place, and they took their throat boxes out and put them in a jail cell. Let's not kill them. Let's just check out the throat boxes and be mean to them and give them 1 square a day. So they're trying to tell them, they're trying to tell them the place is booby trapped, which it is. And the secret agent figures it out and goes, okay, 2 words. First word, blow. Blow up. So they get the hell out of there before it blows up. Titanosaurus and Mechagodzilla attack a big city. I don't know if it's Tokyo, but it's a big city. And yeah, this scene's pretty impressive. I mean, they destroy a lot here. A lot of money went into this scene. And you see the Mechagodzilla flying overhead while the tracers were shooting back and forth. This is a really nice scene.
Mm-hmm.
You can see they put a little extra money into it for that. That's the money shot. And they're like, oh, is the sonic beam ready? Almost. Don't almost. We got to get that thing on a helicopter and get it out there. So finish it up, Greg. So we get lots of destruction. Her eyes are flashing. That means that Mechagodzilla is going to start using his stuff, his heat beams and his lasers and stuff. And then when he creates all this destruction, Titanosaurus turns around and swishes his tail and just kind of blows it all out of the way. So now the aliens have gotten like prime real estate. There he is, opening up his tail. Just blows it right the hell. All the charred remains of the buildings and stuff. He just blows it all away.
So
Sweeps it over to the side.
So he's a kaiju and a cleaning man, apparently.
He's a cleaning kaiju. He is. He's a cleanup kaiju. He's from the cleanup kaiju crew.
Cleanup kaiju crew, yes.
I want to get a shirt that says that. I'm from the cleanup kaiju crew. We'll sell those at conventions. We'll make millions. Have Titanosaurus on it. Well, maybe not. We'll see. Mechagodzilla and Godzilla for sure. Titanosaurus, maybe. So yeah, they're looking at their handiwork. Hey, look, we've made some prime real estate here, buddy. So they continue. They move on to the next sector.
Let's make some more land here.
There it is. And Titanosaurus is happy. They're like, oh, geez, we got to get this thing fixed. We got to get this thing finished. Come on. They're tearing up neighborhoods. A couple of stupid kids want to see the kaiju up close.
Of course.
You know, this is back before they had mobile phones, but they want to see it up close. Well, they get a good view.
Let's go see the kaiju.
And then Godzilla shows up to save the children.
Right.
Godzilla's the lover of all children. The savior of all children. Oh, wait, that's Gamera. I'm sorry.
That's Gamera, yes.
Well, they're kind of doing that here too. And that's one of the shots George was talking about, the undershot,
mm-hmm.
where you can actually see the sky overhead. They figured out a
Yeah.
way to do an undershot.
Yes.
Dun,
Very
dun,
nicely,
dun, dun,
nicely,
dun, 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 dun.
nicely backlit there. And
Yeah. Yeah, basically, it looks like they just held a sheet over him and put a little backlight.
yeah.
Looks like sunlight. So Godzilla's like, I'm here. Roll out the red carpet. Strike up the band, boys. I'm here.
Finally.
Yeah, it's only like 20 minutes to the end of the film, but hey, we finally get Godzilla. So Titanosaurus decides to turn his tail on him and do the swishing thing. Do you like my ass? Whoa, 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 whoa. Godzilla is not happy. They finally get the sonic gun, the sonic satellite dish, outside. And there's another undershot. Now, Mechagodzilla is just kind of watching Godzilla get worn out by Titanosaurus, basically, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't tire, Mechagodzilla, so, he's just waiting to mop up the floor of Godzilla. So Godzilla gets angry with Titanosaurus, throws him to a building, knocks him around a little bit. And then Mechagodzilla decides to zap him, starts zapping him. He even picks up Titanosaurus and he zaps it at that point, so Titanosaurus falls on him. Because Titanosaurus has got some thick thunder thighs, bigger than Godzilla's. So we're going to fat shame him right now. So the missiles, he shoots a few missiles into Godzilla's mouth. We get a little smoke coming out. They blew up inside of Godzilla, so it's kind of like a cartoon. Then Titanosaurus kicks his carcass over to a nicely large hole on the other side of a hill. And shoots him with his finger missiles. What am I seeing here? Oh, they finally get the sonic gun latched on a helicopter. But then the helicopter's so obvious, they pick up on it right away. Hey, there's a helicopter coming. It's got something on the bottom. It looks like it might harm our kaiju. And the guy is working on his ropes, trying to get free. I'm gonna get my robot girlfriend and get the hell out of here. Come with me, baby. We can get married. But Dairy Queen hats are close by, so he's got to be careful. And they finally start to zap Titanosaurus. Oh, wait a minute. They got to shoot a missile at him first. It has a little satellite dish thing that goes on his neck, just under his ear hole. He's got an ear hole. Yeah, he's got an ear. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It looks like it actually kind of looks like a big giant seahorse.
He does. He does have a seahorse look about him. You are correct, sir. So there's the missile that's going to catch under his ear, and the satellite is just going to pop out. There it is. And that's the receiver. They're going to zap him with the sonic beams. And they do. Ah! And they keep zapping him. And Mechagodzilla sees this, and they react. They're going to shoot down the helicopter. I don't know why they didn't try to shoot it down beforehand, because they saw it coming. But they decided to wait till this point. So he's just about to shoot down the helicopter with his missiles, his finger missiles, and all of a sudden Godzilla revives and shoots his atomic breath at Mechagodzilla. And zaps him real good. So she decides to step up her attack. She devil with the green eyes. And starts zapping with the chest zapper, the fingers. He's just laying everything into Godzilla. The kneecap missiles. But Godzilla, we know this from the last film, he's able to usually get through that. He can run through that shit. Now, what's interesting about this scene, though, You remember in Monty Python and the Holy Grail when they show Lancelot as he's running towards the castle, but they keep
Yes.
backing it up where it looks like he keeps running from the same distance?
Yes.
They do that here with Godzilla running towards Mechagodzilla. He keeps running to be closer, and then the next shot, he's back at square one again. And he's getting zapped the whole time. And they do that like 3-4 times. They show you, back and forth. They show you. And again, it looks like he's further back than he was in the last shot. So that drove me crazy about this. That's just telling me they're just trying to kill time.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get up to that hour and a half. I think this movie was under an hour and a half, actually.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and 10 minutes, maybe. So, all right. So Godzilla is staggering, but he's still moving forward. And he's like, kill him, finish him now. And again, they put him further back. He's on fire now. Fire behind him. At this rate, he's gonna be a Mechagodzilla in about 15 minutes. And he's there. So he grabs Mechagodzilla, starts spinning him around and make him dizzy. Because, robots get dizzy. I don't know. This one does. They're still working on zapping, the sonic beams to Titanosaurus. And our guy finally gets free, the professor, and he attacks the right-hand man, the second guy, the number 2. And he really is number 2 to me. And the professor and his daughter grab a gun as the fight ensues, and he gets him down on the ground, and he's strangling him, and he pulls his face off. And underneath is like this gnarly-looking dude. It's not an ape. As George mentioned, they don't turn into apes. He just tears his face off, and it's a gnarly-looking dude underneath the mask. And she's like, I'm going to shoot you now because you've escaped. Please don't shoot me. I love you. Even though you're a robot, I love you. When you have oil and gears, and I love you. It's that bad, folks. It really is that bad. So the secret agent guy comes in just in time and shoots her. I'm shooting your robot girlfriend. Sorry. And in doing that, Godzilla's able to rip off Mechagodzilla's head again. But underneath, we surprised you. He's got a little tiny head underneath. And it's a dangerous tiny head. I am crushing you. I am crushing you. So it's zapping at Godzilla. He's still alive. He's alive. He's alive. And the professor is used as a human shield by the supreme leader to get away. They end up shooting the professor. So he's dead. They have a little moment there. My daughter, Daddy. And then he dies. He expires. And she's been shot. So she's not doing too well. And her boyfriend goes over and he comforts her. I don't care if you're a robot. I love you, I tell you. We're going to have robot children. And we're going to have a wonderful life together on Mount Fuji with our robot family. I even have some work done on myself, so I'm part robot, so you don't feel so weird. It's almost that bad, folks. It really is. The dialogue is just ridiculously bad. And she's like, well, I love you too. Even though I'm a robot and I'm not supposed to feel any, I love you too. And for that reason, or either that or she just thinks this guy's creepy. I got to get away from him. She grabs the gun off the floor and she blows a hole in herself. I love you so much, I'm going to kill myself so that Mechagodzilla dies. And we have some really sad music played here.
Mm-hmm.
Robot love. Godzilla picks up on it right away. Oh, hey, he's zapping. Oh, that's good. That means I can throw him away. So Godzilla picks him up, throws him over, a few feet away, and zaps him with his atomic breath, and that's it. He blows Mechagodzilla up. And this is the end of the Showa Mechagodzilla. Boom! In traditional Ultraman style, yes, the kaiju blow up real good at the end. And you usually don't see them. There's usually another iteration of them later down the line. They've been blown up. Supreme Leader is making his escape. You can't catch me. And then they shoot him. Oh, yeah? How about these bullets, pal? He jumps off the cliff, and they look down, and they see a couple of saucers rise up out of the ocean. He got in one of those saucers real damn quick. I'll tell you. Seconds he was able to swim to that saucer and get in there. Or maybe not. Maybe he's not in those saucers. Anyway, these three pipe plate saucers come up out of the ocean, and because they're on a string, they kind of pipe plate off into the sky. Godzilla sees that. He's actually kicking Titanosaurus's ass now because he wants to. And he sees them go by, and of course he zaps them with his atomic breath. No more spaceships. And then he does his thing with Titanosaurus. This is it. You're done. I don't want to see you again. Get out of the neighborhood. Swishy-tailed bitch. It's the last show of the season, folks. I'm just crazy nuts. Season episode 25. A lot of shows. So Godzilla zaps him, and he does a nice little backward fall with his feet going up off the side of the cliff and into the water. Because at the end of Toho Godzilla movies, the bad guy usually ends up in the drink at the end of the movie. In this case, it's apropos because he's a sea monster. So, and everybody's like, hey, we're happy. Titanosaurus is defeated. Hey. And then we get a nice little sad scene out in the field outside where I don't know why he just took her out into a field. It looks like it's miles away from anywhere, but he took his robot bride outside so she could air out, her belly hole or something. I don't know.
Air out her belly hole.
I know that you shot yourself because you love me, and I'll see if I can get you repaired. I'll take you to a VCR shop. It's almost that bad, folks. It really is. And then we see Godzilla out in the ocean. It's the Godzilla ocean suit. It's waterproof. And he spins and turns his back on us and wades his way back to Monster Island. It's the end of the film and the end of the Showa series. It would never be like that ever again.
Nope.
And again, the Showa movies were fun. They were fun movies. You couldn't take them seriously. In most cases, they were really over the top acting and a lot of fun to watch. They still are. But yeah, they just got a little more serious in the technical aspect. I'm sorry, I scared Anastasia away. Anastasia.
I'm right here. I'm right here. You didn't scare me. You never scare me at all, Roland. No problem.
So that's it. Again, we start back and the special effects are a little better. They still do suitmation, but the special effects are a lot better. The budgets are a little higher. And we get some interesting kaiju for the Heisei series. And we're going to start with that in a couple of weeks. We'll do Godzilla Returns 90 Day Before. They did a 10-year hiatus where they decided not to do Godzilla for 10 years. At the time, they said, this is it. This is the last Godzilla film. We're not doing him anymore. But they decided to bring him back 10 years later. And it started a whole new genre. And then they went the millennia. They went with the new Godzilla look in the millennia. And then after that, Matthew Broderick.
And then Matthew Broderick happened.
And they're like, oh, no, we got to do more. We got to make people forget this one. This is Sony Godzilla. Zilla.
And then they brought us back. Yeah.
I love that people are saying now, years later, it wasn't such a bad film. Come on, it wasn't so bad. Yeah, it was. It really was, folks. Most purists, Godzilla purists and kaiju fans are like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's obvious that they were trying to cash in on Jurassic Park more than
Yeah.
the Godzilla movies.
Yeah, let's make him a giant iguana. So, but after that, we get the Monarch films. We get Shin Godzilla. We get Godzilla -1. I mean, we get some good Godzilla afterwards. We're going to do all that in season 2. So there's 25 more movies. We're going to do all those in season 2. And some Mothra films, believe it or not. There's 3 Mothra, Rebirth of Mothra films that we're going to tackle.
I love Mothra. It's the best. I love Mothra.
Big
And there's
giant
some
moth.
Kong films. We're going to do some Kong films from the Monarch series. And we're going to invite Linda Hamilton, who's our Kong expert, to come and join us for those. Because we love Linda. And did I say Hamilton? Oh my God, Linda Miller.
Yes, you did. Linda Miller. Yes.
God, what about brain fart? Linda Miller. We hope that she'll come back and join us and have some fun, especially after I said
Although
that.
it would be nice to have Linda Hamilton as well, but she wasn't involved in any of these things.
Believe it or not, I got a Linda Hamilton autograph this past week. Anyway, and she's bipolar. So, and James Cameron and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I got 3 trading cards with their autographs on them from a guy who used to work on movie sets. So anyway, I digress. That's it, folks. Season 1's over. Thank you for joining us and watching all the shows, all 25. If you haven't, go watch them, go see them, go find them. They're out there. Roland Pruitt's Kaiju Review, starting with Godzilla, the first one, and working all the way up through this Terror of Mechagodzilla. All right. I think they're doing a Bond unboxing in 2 days. Go check that out. Boxing some really early, one of the first Rittenhouse cards of the complete James Bond. They're going to unpackage 40 packages of those cards. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully they'll get a nice icon or not icon, relic. They'll get a nice relic card or something. All right. Take care, folks.
Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thanks.